Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Psyche Libertina, and today we're gonna look at whether you're supposed to stay or go in this relationship or in this situation. So if you're new to my channel, hello, welcome. Please feel free to subscribe if you haven't already. And if you're new to pick a pile, then basically I have here 3 piles for you to choose from. Feel free to pause the video if you like. It could be the design, the color, whichever you feel resonates with you. So for pile number 1, we have here the Weaver's Tarot. This is the design. Weaver's Tarot. And the back. And for pile number 2, we have Ethereal Vision Tarot. And for pile number 3, we have here the Moonchild Tarot. Back. There. So, like I said, pause the video if you like, and then once you've chosen, head over down to the timestamps to see kung saan yung clickable link ng video ninyo. And I will see you there. Hey there, pal number 1. Thank you so much for being here. So if you chose etong Weaver Tarot natin, so this is gonna be your reading regarding your situation or your relationship, whether you're supposed to stay or go. So let's put it here first. And as usual, I have here pre-shuffled oracle cards just to check kung ano yung energy nitong situation ninyo, nitong relationship ninyo. And if you can't resonate with this one, then please feel free to check the other piles. If you can't resonate with any of the piles that we have today, then most likely there isn't any message for you on this reading. So for your first oracle, we have constructiveness, contrivance, misconception, ineptitude, number 20. Not sure if you can see that. Yan. Put here. And then you have choose love. Very apt for a reading, for a love reading. And then you have new creation. And then you have transformation. Okay, so what situation are you in right now? Pile number 1. With constructiveness here, and transformation, I think that this relationship that you're in isn't really, or at least for most of you, it's not necessarily a new one. In fact, I think that it's something na you've been with or you've known this person for quite a long while. With constructiveness and transformation here, then being clarified both by choose love and creation, it's as if parang it's a choice that you have to make, really, whether you're supposed to stay or create some or get into something, parang choose something else or create something else for yourself. Now, with transformation here, I think na parang nandoon na kayo sa situation ng relationship ninyo where parang masyado na kayong magkakilala, or you've been, parang you've known each other for quite some time, you've become very comfortable with each other, and only now are you beginning to see kung ano yung quirks and characteristics nila, their character, their personality, which doesn't really resonate or which doesn't really jive with yours. With constructiveness here, I think that the both of you are very opposite in a sense, kasi with the butterfly here being clarified by another butterfly, so something that's flying, and then with this one, it's of course like parang water, so air, water, very opposite. And with number 2 here, I don't think naman clearly na parang merong parang may third party involved. It's more of just like the preference that you have in the person that you, with the person that you want to be with or that you want to stay with. Pero I think that this person really just is looking out for you, wants you to be happy. Kasi to be honest, right off the bat, I think that kayong kung sino man kayo nanonood, or, I mean, again, it's general reading, so it could be, it could be mirroring energies, but one of you is more of like parang go with the flow, like this mermaid, go with the flow, just really, they're comfortable they're comfortable hearing things that they think can help them grow, whereas yung one of you naman is just very, very within their element, knows what they want, really just directs people. Some of you could be in management position, some of you can be in psychology, na yun yung passion in you to, like guide people to be better versions of themselves. But I think that for this specific situation that you have, I think you're forgetting na you're in a relationship and it's not necessarily like someone that you're supposed to guide. Yes, you're supposed to, make them feel better about themselves and teach them certain things, but I think yung expectation ninyo on how they're supposed to change and at what extent are they supposed to change, medyo parang extensive siya. Yung tipong, which is why you're asking yourself now if should you stay in this relationship or should you go, kasi you have this inclination already na you can do better, you deserve better, and that may be true, because I don't know each and every situation that you have. I just want you to know that this person that you're trying to change really does want to make you happy. But the question is, are you willing to be happy with whatever it is that they're able to give? Because there's a difference between you wanting something from a specific person at a certain level and them not being able to give it, not because they're not trying, but because talagang hanggang dun lang yung kakayanan nila. So, I'll put these aside for now, and then let's look at your tarot to see what exactly is going on. Can you see that? Yeah. Okay. Let's put the Two of Wands back. So, actually, these parang yung ganitong choice, whether you're supposed to stay or go because you think that the person doesn't really fit the bill of a perfect partner in your opinion. I've heard a lot of, I've heard a lot of stories about these, and then sometimes, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So I really get why you're watching this video in the first place. I mean, I think everyone who's ever loved, they've been in that situation one way or another in their lifetime of trying to fall in love. So let's ask Spirit. Spirit, will pile one's person change for the better, or will they just really remain the way that they are? What are they gonna do? Spirit, what will pile one's person do? So you have Judgment. What will pile one's person do? You have the Two of Swords in reverse. What will pile one's person do, Spirit? Five of Swords upright. The Ace of Swords in reverse. Okay, so let's talk about this energy first. Back of the deck, you have the Eight of Swords. So I don't think you can still see it here. So let's just put it here. So, pile number one. Are they going to change for you? Okay. So, I think that this person is very, very torn between what you want for them and what they want for themselves. Especially with the Five of Swords here, the Two of Swords, and the Ace of Swords. Kung mapapansin niyo, your cards, even the underlying energy, the Eight of Swords, lahat sila other one major arcana card, which is the decision, and then all our swords, which basically, talk about the truth, or that inner energy, and that inner creativity that we have within ourselves. So I think if we're gonna ask, are they gonna change into this version of them that you want? I think that right now they're really at the crossroads, na they do want to. They do want to make the decision to give you what you want, but at the same time, that would be something that will betray what they want for themselves. Let's say, kunwari, I think that the decision really just this person is just really tied with this Eight of Swords, as in literally you can see like the art there. I don't know if you're seeing that, pero really like a lot of thread, a lot of swords, a lot of parang wings being caught, so not being able to fly. These are they're very, very restricted. That's how they feel right now. I think that this person kasi um pile number one, let's get the obvious out first. They do want to make you happy. They do want to give you what you want. Parang if they can give you the sun and moon, they're gonna do that. Pero kasi, with a lot of hands being here in the judgment, I think na parang yung expectation ninyo on how they're supposed to act, it's a little too much for them right now, or at this time, that you want them to change. It could be that there could be an age gap with the both of you. It could be na parang on a career perspective, parang medyo magkalayo yung career level ninyo. Not na parang napag-iwanan sila ng panahon or anything, but because there is always divine timing for everything. And right now, as you're watching this, yung time nila to be someone different, or to be who you want them to be, this successful, very financially stable person, someone who's probably graduated with whatever degree, which makes you just all the more proud, hindi pa nila time yon. They're not necessarily a bad person. They're not necessarily, like parang relaxed na tao. Pero I'm seeing here na with a lot of swords, they're more of like just accepting the truth about the situation right now. Hindi sila yung tipo ng tao who will sulk about things that they don't have, which is probably something that you're very frustrated about, because for you, pile one, I think na parang kayo yung tipo ng tao who's very just very driven, just very, you really just know what you want and how to get it. Kaya na-frustrate kayo na parang feeling nyo parang kayo nagkaroon ng anak na binibaby ninyo tong isang to. So let's clarify these energies. But clearly with the Five of Swords here, and the Ace of Swords in reverse, I think that this person really just, wants to tell you the truth na what you expect of me isn't really what I want. Siguro like for example, high school sweethearts kayo, and then you've been together for, parang your high school sweethearts and stuff, and then magka-college kayo. And then you wanted to be a doctor. He wanted to be, let's say, I don't know, an artist. And you feel na he needs to be a doctor because he's really smart naman, pero it could be na he's just scared or something, or he just doesn't think, or baka iniisip niya na parang, maybe he thinks, hindi pa niya passion yun, pero makukuha niya rin yan. Parang it just needs a little, simmering. While it's good to drive people to always want to while it's good to drive people to have options and look at the brighter side and the more long-term effect of the situation, I think na there also has to be some level of respect dun sa kung ano yung gusto nila for them. Because remember, even if you get married, yes, you will live under the same house, yes, you will be man and wife, but you are still two different individuals who have different dreams. Not really different dreams, kasi when you get married, parang, diba, you become like one. Pero I think na parang wag naman sobrang restrictive na parang you lose your individuality. Yun siguro. Yun yung parang I think that this person wants to tell you. So let's clarify these energies. So the judgment is clarified by the Seven of Swords. Again, swords. And the 5 and the 7s both talk of a certain form of betrayal. Now, this doesn't need to be betrayal na parang they're gonna cheat or something like that. It's not like that. Okay? Really, I think that this betrayal which this person feels right now is parang they're really just parang with all of the moons here and the swords, they're like restricting or parang bottling up the pain, the energy, their own self disappointment inside, and I don't think that that's, that's a good feeling to have. So with the Two of Swords being clarified by the Three of Swords, so again, freedom, dead, like, I don't know, pierced by swords, if you can see that. That's a bird na sinaksak ng tatlong sword. So parang it's as if, you're just caged, you're not able to fly. And it clarifying this Two of Swords, I think na parang this person, okay, this is a very specific energy. I think that this person really feels now whatever it is that they choose, they will lose something. When they choose themselves, whatever it is that they want, they will lose you. But when they choose you, they will lose themselves. So this person, I think more than you asking if you're supposed to stay or go, I think this person is also as much as confused or as heartbroken as you na nandito kayo sa ganitong sitwasyon. So with the Five of Swords card, the Magi, so this is the Magician card, and I think na parang, let's get one more. Or with this Ace of Swords na rin. Ace of Swords in reverse. Four of Pentacles, Four of Coins. Okay. Alright. Back of the deck, you have the Eight of Cups. Yep. Makes sense. Where am I going to put it? I'm going to put it here na lang. Okay. So, pile number 1. I think with the Magi here and the Four of Coins, this person, like I said, really does want to give you what you want. But at the same time, they're also holding on to this chance that you may love them or you may at least accept them for who they really are. And while I'm saying na parang syempre, parang, kasi kung mapapansin niyo, look, this Five of Swords, oh sorry, see? Gumagalaw yung selenite. So, nadali ko siya. So, meaning confused, lack of clarity. So you can see, etong Five of Swords yun and Three of Swords, it's really just, parang, yung sa traditional tarot kasi, di ba, yung Three of Swords is a heart that's pierced by swords. And then for this deck, the Five of Swords has a heart that's pierced. So clearly there is an energy of pain and heartbreak that this person has. Not just for not being able to give you what you want from them, pero I think that this person is also heartbroken kasi they are starting to question if do you really love them the way that you said you love them. And when I mean by yung love them, tanggap nyo ba talaga sila? At this stage in their life, when they're not really the best, when they haven't reached their peak, sometimes kasi talaga, nandun tayo sa situation ng buhay natin na it's really just, not that we're not moving, but it's really, really, really slow. And with the Four of Coins here, I think that this person just really is holding on to the fact na baka sakaling tanggapin ninyo sila the way that they already are, which I think they know isn't really the best version of themselves yet. Okay? Now, with the Eight of Cups being here, this person is really like looking inward and asking themselves. I think na parang somehow you're in a situation na parang medyo nag-withdraw itong person na to. You have here both eights, and eights in tarot talk about, parang getting the work done, just parang exerting effort and stuff. I think that this person really is exerting a lot of effort and a lot of thinking, a lot of time contemplating if this is something that they really want to pursue, or if this is something na parang they just want to bet on the heavens na parang if mahal niya ako, tatanggapin niya ako. If hindi niya ako mahal, then this is the only thing that I can give. I cannot give anymore. So it's funny kasi this reading is supposed to be whether you're gonna stay or you're gonna go, but for some reason ang lumabas dito is what they're thinking, and apparently they're also thinking the same question that you're thinking right now. Hindi lang kayo nag-iisip if you're supposed to stay in this relationship or you're supposed to go, but rather pareho kayo nag-iisip if this relationship pa is something that will sustain you both, or not just sustain you both, but will be sustainable for the both of you in the future. So I think that right now, let's ask for advice. Now, what are you supposed to do right now na alam ninyo nag-iisip din tong person na to? What are you supposed to do about this whole situation? Whether you want to save it or whether you don't, what is the advice for you? So, Spirit, what's the advice for pile number one regarding this situation? Whatever their decision may be, ano bang advice for them, Spirit? You have here the Conqueror of Cups or the Knight of Cups in reverse. Conqueror of Swords or the Knight of Swords upright. So again, parang kayo tuloy dalawa to. Opposites and yet, you know, opposites and yet finding their way back to each other. Six of Wands upright. Oh, shoot. Wait, one sec. Let me get that. Okay. Seven of Cups upright. And at the back, you have here the Nine of Swords. Again, just one Wands card, which talks about success. Okay, so what's the advice for you, whatever it is that you choose, pile number one? I think that the both of you, whatever it is that you choose, pile number one, whatever it is that you choose will, you know, will be beneficial for the both of you, with the Six of Wands being here. It could be that, you could if you decide to go, then you will manifest the person that you want to be with. You will probably gain more stability in your work, in this thing that you do, in in your career, in your whatever it is that you intend to pursue. It may be very, very confusing. It may be, parang it could feel that sudden, all of a sudden you have to do a lot of things all at the same time, kasi parang I think kasi na parang yung relationship ninyo is, like I said, I don't think na parang it's like something that's new. You could have established it, you could have established businesses together, you could have, parang started living together. So it's gonna be a lot of work to get around. But if anything, I think that for you, pile number one, the advice for you would be, and this may be a little parang not really obnoxious, pero this channel, we don't filter, parang wag ka masyadong selfish. If anything, wag ka masyadong selfish, and learn to understand that not everyone is the same as you. You are a very accomplished person, pile number one. That I know. You may be very young, you may be immature, with both knights appearing here. You may be immature, but you know how to get things done. You know how to move, you know how to move, you know when to move. You don't let things bother you, these failures. Temperance, balance, see? You don't let these failures, these troubles bother you. Kasi you've accepted the fact that it's just really a part of life, but you have to understand, pile number one, not everyone is like you, and not everyone wants to be like you. There is an underlying energy here where you feel na parang bakit siya hindi niya magawa pero ako nagagawa ko to. Especially for women or for girls, they have a lot of that tendency na parang kalalaki mong tao, ba't hindi ka ganyan, ganito, ganito, tas ako ganyan. And I think that right now you're not supposed to, with the crown of thorns here, you can see that. See? With the crown of thorns here, sa Conqueror of Swords, I think na parang don't justify, and this is an advice, don't justify your desire for your person to change as something na parang you're doing or you're asking them to do because you just really want them to be better and you're all for them being everything but. Kasi at the end of the day, and it's very, very clear here, You want them to change because there is something within yourself that you want to appease. It could be na parang feeling ninyo, this person is very immature, isip bata, very young, whatever. And while kinukumbinsin ninyo yung sarili ninyo na, I just want them to be successful. I just want them to be, to be respected, blah, blah, blah. Wala siyang ginagawa sa buhay niya or kung ano-ano. At the end of the day, and the cards, they never lie, ang totoo naman kasi niyan is parang siguro nahihiya ka with whatever it is they're doing, or you feel na parang you're not gonna be both financially stable if ever that you get into, marriage or something. Pero while it's good to guide those people that are with us, you must always remember na syempre, lahat tayo may kanya-kanya tayong panahon, may kanya-kanya tayong swerte, may kanya-kanyang time at which nasa taas siya or nasa taas ka or nasa baba siya or nasa baba ka. If anything, remember all of these things that the both of you have been through, and maybe then you will understand na parang these things that you're asking them to have, these things that you're asking them to do, maybe they don't have it because they were given something else. They were given a gift of something else. Maybe they were given a gift of compassion. Maybe they were given a gift of understanding, which ikaw, yes, you're very driven, but I would assume na parang ikaw yung mas mainit yung ulo, ikaw yung mas pagod, ikaw yung mas parang very just very busy, very like parang all about the nice stuff. And then this person could be the person who remembers when you forget to put gas in your car, or parang buys, I don't know, coffee for you because you can't wake up early dahil you're too tired staying up in the office for such a long, for long hours, working long hours because you're that driven with your career. So always remember na parang there are things which we probably cannot see. With the thorns here na nasa sa loob ng eye, there is something that could be restricting us to see and understand na hindi lahat ng bagay na sa tingin natin ay mahalaga para sa atin ay yun na lang ang mga bagay na mahalaga in the general scheme of things. So try to appreciate this person for what they're able to bring to the table, and then siguro that's when you try to ask yourself, would leaving them really be worth more than what they're already giving you in their own capacity, in the best of their capacity, and of course, kung ano talaga yung gifts that they are able to share, because not everyone really is the same. One way or another, something's not, something's always going to be missing. So I think na right now you're just being told na, balance it out. Wag masyadong kung ano lang yung gusto. Try to see the truth in this situation, that not everything or not everyone is just really about you, and try to see the whole picture na what were they able to give you before? What have you both been through? And at that time that you were the one who needed the help, were they there for you? And it's a very particular message, pile number one. So that's it, pile number one. Thank you so much for staying with me. And if you did like this video, please feel free to give me a thumbs up. Comment down below if you want me to check on anything further. Do follow me on Instagram and Facebook, Psyche Libertina, since I post random message readings over there. And yeah, I will see you on your next reading, pile number one. Bye! Hey there, pal number two. Thank you so much for being here. If you chose etong Ethereal Vision Tarot natin, so this is the card. This is gonna be a reading whether you're supposed to stay or go in this relationship or in this situation. So per usual, I have here your pre-shuffled oracle cards just to check kung ano ba yung energy nitong relationship ninyo, nitong situation ninyo. And if you're not able to resonate with this energy, then please feel free to check yung mga other piles. Maybe your energy is there now. If you can't resonate with any of the energies on any of the piles, then most likely there isn't any message for you on this reading. So for your first card, you have olfaction, soothing, nosiness, nose blindness. That's the first time I've heard of that word. So there. And then you have stand up and fight. What is it? Is there a third party? A lot of bear. And olfaction is about, parang smelling something. Renewal, siwang mu. And you have connected here. Let me check this for you. Pile number 2. Okay. Are you supposed to stay or are you supposed to go? That would be up to you, but I'm here to tell you what your situation is. So I think that right now, why you're here, pile number 2, is because this person hasn't really been the most faithful. Okay? With all faction here, and stand up and fight, I think kasi na parang olfaction as a word means na, it's the capacity to smell something. It's just really parang may nasa-sense ka, may parang energy. And I think with a lot of bears here, you have bear here and then you have bear there, a lot of bears, a lot of like parang predators. I think that your relationship is really like parang, I think you feel that right now it's sort of crumbling apart and parang going into hibernation, na tipong you're already in this very parang cold situation with connected here na this tree of life is supposed to parang look nice. Pero for some reason, parang I feel right now I'm seeing these like patches of paint as snow. So parang it's as if you're left out in the cold, trying to, parang figure out how you're gonna fix everything. And I think that right now you're caught between just starting something new and, like looking for your own self lang, or just really um taking your ground, as in kung ano yung sinabi dito, stand up and fight, just really like gathering your energy and just taking that step para malaman ba ninyo where and what went wrong. Kasi there is a lot of healing that is required, a lot of grounding, a lot of healing that is being required from the both of you, pile number 2. And also with the snake here, I think na parang, this isn't the first time that this person has cheated on you. It's very, very painful, honestly. It's a very painful energy. Pero, you know, um, with the frog there, pa looking like shocked and shit. Parang I think na parang you were bullied or something into staying here. That looks like a bullfrog to me. Does it? Yeah, looks like a bullfrog. I don't know, sorry, my camera's not focusing, pero yeah, it looks like a bullfrog. And the snake, a lot of predators. So I think na parang this person, has done this multiple times to you, and you feel na parang every time you just, you just, you just, kaya pala kanina hirapan ako sa nose blindness. So, sabi ko, that's the first time I've heard this. So, I think na parang, if you're gonna cover nose and being nosy, you're just gonna fall blind. Parang if you're not gonna search, then you're just gonna like let it go na parang as if nothing's happening, just ignoring things. And I think that that's something that you've been doing for such a long time. So whether you're going to stay or you're gonna go, I think na with this type of energy, it's more of like, I mean, I'm not here to like give you advice, I'm here to read your tarot, but once cheaters, you're always cheaters. So let's put this aside first. And then yeah, let's put it like that. Let's put it here. And then let's ask your tarot. Let's ask your tarot, what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen to your situation right now? Pile number 2. What's gonna happen in the next, let's say in the next few months in your situation? Pile number 1. Kasi I think this thing that's, going on, not really the first time. So, Spirit, ano ba mangyayari dito sa situation ni pile number 2? What's gonna happen in their situation, pile number 2? So, you have here 9 of Swords in reverse. Okay. Iyak-iyak na agad. What's gonna happen in the next few months? You have the Hanged Man, upright. So Neptune energy. You have the Fool, Uranus. Funny, very opposite energy. Neptune, which calls you to look inward, and then Uranus to explore things. To explore things which are not normal for you, but it's in reverse. So you have the Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords in reverse as well. Now let's clarify these energies. I feel like clarifying them already. Let's put it up right. You have Seven of Cups, clarifying the Nine of Swords. Queen of Pentacles, upright. King of Cups in reverse. A lot of court cards. Mukhang marami kayo sa relationship na to. Pile number 2. I'm not laughing because I find it amusing. I'm laughing because it's very, very frustrating. The Six of Pentacles and Justice. What better way to end your reading? To end the reading of someone who's not being treated fairly. Back of the deck. The Well. Okay. Which is this energy is very, very particular to this deck. Kasi dito lang siya meron yung The Well. Yan, but it's in reverse. Okay. So let's talk about your cards, pile number 2. What's gonna happen in the next few months? You know? Okay, so I think that in the next few months, pile number 2, I think na for you in particular, you're gonna be very, very busy kasi there are a lot of things that you're gonna do. For some reason, this is for some of you, this is very, very particular. I think that something is gonna end in terms of your career or business. It could be na end and start. Okay, I think that there's something that will require you to spend more effort away from this person. With the Nine of Swords being here in reverse, it's showing that this restlessness period is soon coming to an end, and the fact that Justice is here as well, so your cards both start and end with things being over, things coming to an end. And with the Owl here, the Owl has always been parang a signature or a sign for the truth. So I think na there will be something that you will find out which will trigger you to make this decision. However, what's gonna happen muna? So, apart that you're gonna start something new with the Hanged Man here and the Queen of Pentacles, I think na parang the efforts that you've been trying to do, kasi I think na parang kayo, masyado na kayong nilamon nung, I'm sorry for the term, I mean, masyado kayo sige, masyado kayong parang nalungkot na dun sa situation na you tried to like really, parang smash yourself in work and probably working long hours, para lang to compensate or to make yourself feel better, para busy kayo, para, so that's it. Kaya kayo may bagong sisimulan or something's coming or opening up for you because you've been working so hard for this. At one point, you felt na parang you're like literally parang on suicide mode na you stay, I don't know, 12, 14, 16 hours at work para lang wag kayong umuwi. If you're married, para wag niyo siyang makita, or if you're in a relationship, para lang, you don't think, you're not thinking of these, these bad, sad things na nangyayari sa inyo. But, if anything, pile number 2, that's gonna benefit you. This one, it's going to really put you into that level that you're gonna be compensated for it. You're gonna be rewarded for the good things that you're doing in terms of your career, in terms of your work, in terms of your business. So there's financial stability that's coming for you. So I think that's a good thing. Now, on the flip side, with the King of Cups being here in reverse and with the Fool being here in reverse, I think that this person lang will continue to do what they're doing. If anything, parang they're going to like be really not just carefree, but be very inconsiderate for lack of a better term. And with the King of Cups being here in reverse, clarifying this Fool card in reverse, I think na parang itong situation here, you're going to see a side of them that it's not that you haven't seen it before kasi this really isn't the first time that they did this, pero it's more of like that's gonna like parang snap your shits out na talaga umabot ka na sa ganong level na I think na why do I feel, and this is a very particular message, why do I feel na parang baka magkaroon ng problema tong person ninyo. If he's a guy, then probably, he could impregnate someone, which isn't you. That's just a very particular message, okay? But there is something that's gonna come out of this, which is not gonna be something that's good. He's in fact gonna have to pay for it. Pay for it in ways na not just financially, but of course this is something that's gonna stress him out, and he's basically gonna get what he deserves with the Queen of Swords being here. Kasi parang look, while you're working on making yourself feel better as a form of relief or as a form of parang coping mechanism ninyo para wag ninyo masyado maramdaman to, he on the other hand is still being, parang very he's being very careless about his actions. And I think na medyo sasabit siya dito with this Queen of Swords. I think na parang he will be involved in some scandal and he's really just gonna get what he deserves, which is basically nothing. You can see here na for some reason, itong Six of Pentacles, siya yung even. Siya yung even yung scales. So he's gonna get all of those lies, really. All of those lies that he made, all of those shit that he made up, it's gonna catch up with him and he's gonna get karma. This is like karma, literally, ito yung karma's a bitch. And this Justice card, if you can see, siya yung hindi pantay. So you're gonna be rewarded more than what you thought you deserve, just because you're taking this with not really with ease, but you're taking it not really in stride, but you're taking it with dignity and pride. Now, with the well being here in reverse, the well kasi for this deck is the birthplace of ideas. Now, the fact that this is in reverse, this is something that will entrap him. And this is something na him or her, whoever, I'm just using him as a reference kasi it's more more gender neutral when you say him. Pero whoever this person is, whoever has done you wrong, they're going to be entrapped in this situation na they will get what they deserve, and whatever blessing is supposed to be for them had they done good would be given to you. So that's a very particular message, and I think that resonates with this part here. Now, why don't we ask, what are they going to do about it? I think that's something that we should know. What is spirit? What will pile number two's person do when they get into some shit? What are they gonna do? So let's get what are they gonna do and what are you supposed to do about it. So what are they gonna do? And then what are you? Let's get one more card for this one. What are they gonna do? And then what is pile 2 supposed to do about this thing that their person will do? 1, 2. Let's get one. This one. 3. Okay. So let's talk about what they're gonna do first when shit blows up. You have the Knight of Wands. Very, very, parang charmer level. The Four of Wands. What are they gonna do when they get in trouble? Wow, really? Parang come back to you? Knight of Cups. Oh my God. This would have been a very good energy. This would have been a very nice energy if they didn't if they didn't, but if they didn't cheat you if they didn't cheat on you first, tas tsaka sila umayos. Because this is a very nice energy. This is really this is really an energy of a person that you want to be with, very loving, very passionate, like really sexual, and and just action taker, like parang I'm gonna be there and I'm gonna get you, and someone who really has a stable offer. Pero, and this is very particular. I just have to say it before I forget. So I think that this person is gonna come to you. Probably that would be the time when they get in trouble and they're gonna propose, because they know that they're gonna lose you already. But remember, pile number two, this offer, whatever it is that they give you, even if they promise you a house or they promise you a ring or whatever the fuck it is that they promise, I don't think that they're gonna live up to it. I don't think that they're gonna live up to it, because this one's energy, at the same time, the one's energy is the energy of someone who, as passionate as they came, can just fizzle out as fast as they came. Ganun lang siya kabilis. And with the Four of Wands being here, kung mapapansin niyo, the Four of Wands generally is a happy card, but for some reason right now, I'm feeling na parang this Four of Wands is very, very empty. It's supposed to be like a happy energy, with flowers and stuff, but right now, it looks like, I don't even know if this is a church, or if it's like a building, or if it's, like something made of cardboard. So it's going to be a very empty promise. Even if you decide to get married with this person, I don't think that you're going to be fulfilled. And with this Knight of Cups here as well, I've noticed na parang kung ano man yung pre-promise niya sa'yo, he's gonna like parang woo you and sorry about the noise, and susuyuin ka and stuff. But when it comes to you asking, sabi mo ganito, sabi mo ganyan, the horse is but a drawing. So no action. No action, just an offer, an empty cup, and them just being like there, oh, here, that's what I offered, but parang isustol ka na lang nito. That's really what they're gonna do. Now, what are you supposed to do about it? I mean, logically, I think that you guys know, but what would be the advice for you? Number two. Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Seven of Swords upright. Let's move it para makita nyo ng mas maayos. And the Tower in reverse. So what are you supposed to do after they do this? Clearly, with the Seven of Swords here, the Seven of Swords is an energy of parang being sneaky. Sneaky, betrayal-ish, ganyan. And right now, you're being advised to really just, while even though this is in reverse, I think na parang right now, you really not just have to focus on yourself with good intentions, you really have to embrace this, this newfound self-independence and self-respect that you have. Because with the fact that the Nine of Pentacles here is in reverse, it means that it's really gonna shove it on your throat, underneath your throat na. Sorry about the noise. It's really gonna shove it on your throat na you really have to look inward and you really have to look out for yourself. Kasi you need to notice this sneaky energy that is looking at this person. Kung mapapansin niyo, the Knight of Cups was trying to, parang throw shade and make false and empty promises. Inaayos siya nitong lahat ng to. Inaayos siya nung energy mo. This one, the Nine of Pentacles, which is very focused on self-happiness, self-respect, self-preservation, looking at the Knight of Cups. This Seven of Swords, which is about deception, looking at the Knight of Cups. Even this Tower card in reverse is looking at the Knight of Cups. So everything that's going to change, you have to make sure that it change, whatever it is that you're going to change, or whatever it is that will call you to make a decision, just make sure that you do not forget to focus on yourself and to remember the betrayal that has happened. And of course, don't, parang try to remember this energy that we have here, pile number two. So that's it, pile number two. Thank you so much for staying with me. And if you did like this video, please feel free to give me a thumbs up. Comment down below if you want me to check on anything. Do follow me on Instagram and Facebook, Psyche Libertina, since I post random message readings over there. And yeah, I'll see you on your next reading, pile number two. Bye! Hey there, pile number three. Thank you so much for being here. So if you chose etong Moonchild Tarot natin, so this is gonna be your reading regarding, whether you're supposed to stay or go in this relationship or situation. So I have here pre-shuffled oracle cards just to check kung ano yung energy ng situation ninyo, or new relationship ninyo, if you're not able to resonate with this one, then please feel free to check the other piles. It's absolutely okay to be drawn to more than one pile. But if you're not able to resonate with any of the energies on any of the piles, then most likely there isn't any message for you on this video. So for your first oracle, you have approbativeness, ambition, vanity, coquetry. Number 12. A lot of very grandiose animals with peacocks and butterflies and stuff. Reap what you sow. Again, another creature. That's very nice. A dragon. Arakura, blooming. For a question of whether you should stay or you should go, this is actually very nice energy. And then you have healing. This rose here. Oh, red. So the energy of love. Okay. I think that your situation is very, very new with the blooming card here, and approbativeness. I think kasi na parang for you, pile number 3, you're just starting with this person. Kasi you or them, either of the both of you just got out of a very bad situation. Doesn't necessarily have to be in a relationship, pero merong mga baggage akong nakikita dito na dala-dala into this relationship. Now, with reap what you sow and healing, clearly this is just a confirmation. If you don't already feel it or if you don't already know, this is a confirmation na whatever it is that happened in your past, or whatever it is, whatever pain you've sadly had to experience with someone or something or whoever before, it's not this person's fault. Okay, so that's a very particular energy, pile number 3. Sometimes kasi when life throws shit at us, we feel na parang nagiging not soundboard, pero parang nagiging what do you call this, yung parang nagiging ano natin, parang napag-iinita natin yung tao na kasama natin. Parang we throw a fit, and then the next thing you know, you've already hurt their feelings because you're just so frustrated at things that you can't control. So I think pile number 3, you need to give this relationship a chance to see it for the light that it brings in your life, and not blame it for the lack of light in your life in the first place. Kumbaga, if you were in a bad place, like this one, you see, talks of blooming, she has a lamp there, but somehow it's not as bright as you would expect a lamp to light up. Diba? Should be yellow or white or something. It's very like parang, alam mo, parang dim. So I think na parang this energy that you have here, pile number 3, is something na parang you should be able to like, kasi approbativeness is about, criticism. It's generally criticism. And I think that with ambition here and vanity, I think na parang, that this person is trying their best, but for some reason, parang you're not able to see it as an extreme effort for them already, kasi you feel na parang it's still lacking. Not because you're a bad person. Okay? Pile number 3, let's get it out first. Not because you're a bad person, but because you're just really a good person who's experienced some bad things. Just put it at that. And you yourself, you're healing, you're growing, you're healing, you're healing your root chakra, your heart chakra, you're healing, you're trying to be grounded, you're trying to be more loving with a lot of greens and a lot of growth here, a lot of plantation, a lot of, parang very earthy energy. And while you're doing it good, you're doing it well, I think na parang sometimes nagkakaroon kayo ng parang, alam mo yung pabugso-bugsong energy ng tipong, alam mo parang mainit yung ulo mo. I think, pile number 3, parang pag mainit siguro yung ulo nyo, you say things that you're not supposed to say, and then that really hurts the other person. You don't say it because you're a bad person, but because, parang that's something that could have been a trauma for you. I think that you've experienced a lot of trauma, a lot of fear, a lot of, parang being caged when you're just this beautiful being who's supposed to be like let out into the world to survive. And with ambition here, and alam mo, funny kasi 1 plus 2 when you reduce it is 3, and I think I've said it so much on this channel that for me, and at least as a general thing in numerology, number 3 is about healing. And with the 2 mirrors here, I think that parang the both of you are just mirroring energies of each other. It could be very, very possible that both of you are recovering from something that you've both experienced, which you shouldn't have, or which isn't really that favorable. Pero, just to correct myself, it sometimes kasi the things that happen to us, it's not that we're not supposed to experience them because they're, parang we're not supposed to like experience them. Sometimes we experience them because they're supposed to make us be better, or they're supposed to change us into better people. Because if it hadn't been for these experiences, then I remember tuloy parang yung sinabi ni Sansa Stark, if there weren't any Rams, Bolton, Joffrey, or whatsoever, then I would have been a little bird all my life. And you have here a lot of birds. So whatever it is that you experienced, battle number 3, and this also goes for your partner, this person that you're inquiring about, whatever it is that the both of you has experienced, it's meant to change you into this wonderful, even scary, even bruised being that is really able to just really be wonderful and fantastic. So let's ask your tarot. Let's put these aside, and I wonder what we're gonna ask your tarot. Okay, so maybe we should ask your tarot, where will both your healing journeys take the both of you. So I think that the both of you are trying to heal as individuals, but you're trying to heal as individuals, but you're not trying to heal together. So parang nagsasarili kayo, bakit pa kayo napunta sa relationship if that's the case, right? Why would you want to heal by yourself and not work with a partner that you've chosen? In the first place. So let's see, kasi I think that it will shed light on whether you're supposed to say or go where this whole healing thing that the both of you are doing are gonna lead the both of you. So you have here the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. So Spirit, saan ba papunta tong healing journey nila? Is it gonna be worth it for pile number 3 to stay? Saan ba papunta tong healing journey nilang dalawa? 2 of Cups. Aww, such a very positive energy agad, Whatever the world has thrown on you is what makes the both of you perfect for each other. It's very nice. It's a journey. It's a long journey, but where we're going is nice. The Fool in reverse. And again, a very majestic creature, white wolf. And I did say Sansa kanina, hindi ba yung parang House Stark is dire wolf? Yeah. The Hanged Man. Upright. Let's clarify these energies kasi parang there is a little bit of stagnancy and a little bit of parang delay on the movement. There is a lot of fear, a lot of stagnancy that is present in your energy right now. But with the 2 of Cups being here, I think na this really who you're with right now is who you're meant to be with. Queen of Cups in reverse. Okay, so this is a very particular energy and a very particular message, pile number 3. Don't let those things that was taken from you rob you of this loving person that you are. Okay? 7 of Wands. So, see? Fighting for the love that you have. Such a very wonderful energy. Pile number 3. I can't say it enough. 5 of Pentacles. Fresh start. Ripped the rug out of you so that you can learn to stand back up again. And the King of Wands. Wow. Back of the deck, you have the Hermit. Why don't I just put it here? Okay, there. Okay, so pile number three. Since you're pile number three, and you have a lot of, you have three, which is energy of healing. I think na parang, it's very, very clear that this healing energy that the both of you, or this healing journey that the both of you are taking individually, you have to take together. Whatever pain the both of you have gone through, I think that you should discuss it and work through it as partners. I think kasi na parang the question why you're the thing is, the reason why you're asking whether you're supposed to stay or go is because you feel it's either you feel that you're a burden to this person, or you feel that they are a burden to you kasi they cannot, they cannot function in the way that a normal partner would kasi nga may mga hang-ups sila. They could be, parang they could be people who doesn't want to let you go out with friends without him or without her, because probably they've had or you've had like experiences of being cheated on, and that's not something that they're comfortable to do. Those experiences na parang feeling ninyo parang, why am I being restricted, when in fact this person just really had a very bad experience on that front. So let's talk about your cards. The Ace of Pentacles here, being clarified by the Queen of Cups, talks about those things that we thought we wanted but was taken from us. Na in effect, it took out the good part of us as well. The Queen of Cups is one of the most, if not the most, because you have the Empress, of course, you have the Mother. The Queen of Cups is one of the most loving cards in tarot, and the fact that this is upright, it gives me a very parang queen in a dark place that's just very bitter and just very confused, looking forward for the future but not really as optimistic as she should be. With the Two of Cups being here and the Seven of Wands, we all know that Seven of Wands is the Lord of Valor card. So I think na clearly, like I said kanina, this journey that you have to take, it's something that will require the both of you to really take it hand in hand. Ito yung literal na parang you cannot do it alone. If you want to save this relationship, if you feel that this person really is a good person, and if they are really good to you, then you have to take this healing journey together with that person. You have to talk about it, whatever it is that robbed the both of you or yourself of this loving energy that you have, or that you used to have. You have a very mature, very loving energy that's just being dimmed by all of these, by all the experiences that have happened with you. And with the Full card here and the Five of Pentacles, the Five of Pentacles talks about being left out in the cold. But for this specific deck, you can see the Pentacles are all, parang some are empty. Pero I mean, if you're left naked out there, wouldn't you appreciate getting stones or money or whatsoever? So I think that for you, pile number three, this may be something that you feel you're not ready to take. It may be a journey that you feel you're not supposed to start at this age or at this time. You could say na parang, oh my God, ang tanda-tanda ko na, and really I have to deal with someone who's just really, really very jealous. Parang sometimes you'll ask yourself that, but why don't you try to see it as something that's very refreshing for you, something that will strip you off of the initial judgment that you have about men or about women or about life, something that will give you a new perspective. The moon is always, the moon is a feminine energy which gives us, perspective onto things that we are unable to see with the naked eye. And maybe this journey that you're supposed to take after all this wolf, you can see, this wolf is parang looking at or intending to look at this, like, I don't know, is that like a sea of stars or whatsoever, whatever it is. And with the woman here with butterflies, talks about, this journey and trying to, kung mapapansin niyo, this woman, it's not focusing, but she's sort of like parang, for me, I'm looking at this right now, na parang she's sort of like taking her clothes off because she wants to bathe in the sea of stars. So she wants to bathe in hope. And here, it's clarifying it na she's already naked. She's already bathed in that hope. And I think that right now, the fear, parang kasing natuyo yung dagat dun yung Sea of Stars. So parang it's as if after bathing, you were, you were were sort of like burned or something, or parang siguro binitray ka or whatsoever, and all that hope is gone, and now you feel na parang you're not able to see the the good behind it. Na after the water has dried, you can now see, the gold hidden beneath it. In your nakedness, and in this the coldness that you feel, you fail to see that there are good things that come out of the experiences that we get. Okay, file number 3. Now, with the Hanged Man being here and the King of Wands, I think na parang yes, while you feel that right now, while you feel that right now, parang with I think this is a quarter moon, with this person here hanging, stagnant energy. It's as if your sacrifices or the things that you do aren't really bearing fruit. Know that this person is looking out for you. This person who has a very loving, very warm, very protective energy is looking out for your very loving energy, as you can see here. They are looking out for each other. Whatever it is that we feel was taken from us, whatever it is that we feel doesn't work or is just, stagnant there, it's actually something that will bring the both of you closer together, eye to eye. See? This one's looking here and this one is looking here. So I think na parang the both of you really want to work this through. It's just that you guys don't know where or how to start, kasi nga parang feeling ninyo there is a lot going on. There is, a lot of things that you need to deal with individually, and you feel na parang if you bring it together, or if you deal with it together, it's just gonna be, something to fight about. But right now, I think na parang nag-iintayan lang kayo. Nag-iintayan lang kayo on who's supposed to take that first step into getting out of their own comfort zone and just really going out and being very, see, with the Two of Swords being here and the Hermit card, parang nag-iintayan lang kayo on who's supposed to like go through this phase or go throughout the door of their own subconscious or their own inner self, na make the decision to just really be honest about how they feel. What are the ghosts of their past? What are their troubles? So let's try and ask, let's put the Hermit there. So let's try and get some advice on how you're supposed to approach this if you do want to work with this with your person. So Spirit, any advice for pile number 3 on how they can deal with this healing situation or this healing requirement with their partner? What are they supposed to do? What are they supposed to do? You have here the Six of Wands in reverse. Okay, so be humble about it. Pile number 3. The Emperor. So don't try to control whatever the situation would be. Just keep it free flowing. And the Ten of Swords. Okay. So here, for your advice, pile number 3. You're being told na parang just be humble about it, Just be very humble and be very, very, not factual, factual pero not controlling. Don't try to be controlling about it, and don't make it appear as if it's a burden that they have to carry or that you want them to carry. Parang while it is a burden, don't be controlling about it. Don't be embarrassed about it, because if anything, this burden that you carry is part of who you are. Okay, file number 3. The Emperor is a very, very stable energy. It's being ruled by Aries, being ruled by Mars, which is, not just the god of war. But I don't think that the cards are advising you to, parang fight it off or something. No. But I think that they're advising that just explore your passions, just go for it. Don't be afraid to be honest about this, the two sides of you, the good and the bad, the black and the white, the happy and the sad. Just be honest about it. It's not something that they would hold against you, or at least let's ask that. Pero I don't think it's something that they will hold against you. And with the Emperor being here, just let things flow. Just let things, just be very factual. Whatever is black and white, whatever happened, whatever is affecting you, just be honest about it, and then just tell them really what's bothering you, what's weighing you down. So if now we have your advices, let's see how they're gonna take it kapag sinabi niyo yung mga bagay na dapat niyo or you are being advised to say. So, Spirit, how will Pile Three's person take them or take this honesty or this, this admission of pain that Pile 3 will do? Anong mangyayari kapag inamin ni Pile number 3 sa partner nila yung worries nila? How are they gonna react? So you have the Two of Swords. The Two of Swords, which was underneath here. So I think na after ninyong simulan, they're also gonna do the same thing. They're also gonna step out of this, hidden realm of theirs. Ten of Cups. Oh, they're gonna be very supportive. See? And the Eight of Cups in reverse. All right. So what better way to react, right? For them to mimic what you're doing, for them to also be black and white about it and just really tell you, step out of this inner parang inner prison that they've made for the sad part of themselves. And with the Ten of Cups being here, what else can we say about the Ten of Cups, diba? It's a very positive energy. It will be it's something that parang they will fill back those waters that you felt dried out in your life. So they will fill it back for you. They will work at it with you. And with the Eight of Cups being here in reverse, yeah, it's similar to, parang the energy of just really not withdrawing and instead being more, being more in tune with their emotions, being more honest, being less parang evasive. Kasi parang right now I think they have an evasive energy na parang if you don't want to talk about it, then I don't want to talk about it. But if you start telling them, and if you start like just really showing the depths of your feelings and of your soul, I think that with this energy, I think that they will try to mimic that. No, not try, they will mimic that and support you in whatever capacity they can. They will be less evasive, they will be more understanding than they already are. And I think that, I mean, with the Ten of Cups being here on a love reading, what else do we want to know, right? Pile number 3. So that's it, pile number 3. Thank you so much for staying with me. If you did like this video, please feel free to give me a thumbs up. Comment down below if you have more topics for me to check or any suggestions. Do follow me on Instagram and Facebook, Psyche Libertina, since I post random message readings over there. And yeah, I'll see you on your next reading, pile number 3. Bye!